Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl and I'm back with Broken Sword, and this time it is Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror. Now this is the remastered version on Steam, and you're going to notice a few things like continue, restore game, and there won't be achievements for the for this video because I recorded this, and just like Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged is not capturing the video in full screen, and I had no idea why. So that was on GOG, this is on Steam. I should not be having the same issue on both, but I shouldn't be having the issue at all. So I'm not sure what my problem is, but hopefully you won't notice because I will do my jiggery pokery in editing. But anyway, there are going to be things that aren't my genuine reaction, which is a bit unfortunate, but I should be able to get through this a little bit quicker than I had. So let's go again for me. Revolution. It's a bit of a different location to the first game. Charles Cecil production. And it looks like we are in, well, not in, but outside a Mayan temple. Broken Sword, The Smoking Mirror Remastered. This is a few years ago.
Professor Ubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I've been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months.
That it was remastered.
I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist.
But I can't remember
Something
what
to
year.
do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching the story.
That's not what they're saying, surely.
The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me.
I don't think he is.
I had a bad feeling about this.
But why? That music shouldn't be that loud. I have the options with the music turned down a bit and the speech turned up, but hey, everything's going wrong. Ugh, right in the neck. That looks so painful. Come on, George, wake up. And he got coshed. What's wrong with you now? George is so cool. I really like George. George, no! Ugh, messy. Come home from the temple, all hours and all colours. You know what that's from? Bonus points to you. Right, time for action.
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
Let's do something about that then. And get rid of the spider.
Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape.
Survival, yeah. Okay, no, it just seemed to be okay. It must be in that cutscene. Right, let's get us out of our bonds. Well, that's painful.
One mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Certainly is our hero, is George. That spider's very
In the
messy.
drawer was a small decorated pot.
Good. Look at that in a minute.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila.
Okay, so we'll get the tequila, and I know now that he doesn't just pick up the tequila.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal.
Yes. So I didn't tell you to drink it.
Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
Just as well. Right, we'll get the worm though, since
There was
that's...
something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet.
That is the point of the tequila.
It was the worm from the bottle of tequila.
Okay, let's look at this photograph.
Ubier and his wife, I guess. Nice couple.
Yes.
The photograph wasn't any use to me.
Are you sure? You can carry it around and ask people about it. Alright, let's look at Nico's bag.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
She just stuffed them in there
They could be useful.
without thinking about it, quite honestly.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway. I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Lobineau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Lobineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that creep was in the running.
I'm not sure that he is. So she must have got the package letter, whatever it was, and just stuffed everything in her bag without even thinking about it. Let's look in this pot.
The pot contained a key.
Right, so that's all we can do here for now. Let's go and assess this situation with the door, and we can't get out. So let's have a look at this cabinet.
The cabinet was locked.
Again, still can't get used to that. I wasn't used to that first time I called, and I'm still not. Right, so we'll open the cabinet with the door.
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
It's funny to me that he keeps the dart, though. Right. Oh, well, obviously got something more to do with that, but it's just like... Oh. Anyway, so that canister at the bottom is going to be hot, so we're going to use the knickers to pick it up.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
Being me, being British, they're knickers, I don't call them panties. Right, so next we're going to put that into the gas siphon, not gas siphon, siphon. Now,
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened.
don't test it on yourself. Nope, you weren't listening.
Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
And wet hair. Right, let's see, is that? Oh, look, it's now dry. I didn't even notice that before.
With a well-aimed squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico.
George is the hero again. Right, let's get this door open. We don't need that key.
I wasn't
They
going to
didn't
burn
lock
myself
it.
on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Total hero move, that. Right, so there's a news cutting. And then we're going to call Lobineau since we have his phone number.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Mexico.
Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico.
Might be.
Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobbart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you creep. I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
Yeah, I like the sound design when they're talking as a conversation, not just George talking, where it's stereo, I guess you would call it, because left and right, depending on who's talking.
The door was locked. I didn't fancy my chances of kicking this door down.
Oh yeah, I've got a key. Use it. Oh, I missed. Well, that's yours.
I unlocked the door.
Right, we'll just go out
I
then.
wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Right, here we are.
There was no
Cafe.
sign of Labano when I got to the cafe.
That's
I
typical.
decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
Well, we'll try and order a coffee. Did that work? No.
Oh, garçon. He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
Weird.
Pardon me, but don't I know you? Huh? You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was. Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
Why mention the catacombs? He doesn't know you found the catacombs.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. When you share a bottle of wine with me.
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
It's a good idea.
Company isn't good enough for you.
That's not what he said. He does need to keep a clear head. Do you want to talk to him? Not yet, no. Alright, you.
Hey, you.
What?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
Exactly.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
Fine. I'll wait. I'm just going to look at his... Oops, not him. His flask.
It was a small silver flask from which the man was topping up his glass.
Un café.
Merci.
Thanks.
You mean merci. I'm gonna ask about
What does
flask.
that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe. I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me. I didn't sell it to him.
Yeah, it does seem the music gets louder in the cutscenes, which is a little annoying. Ask about Ubier.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
That's nice to know.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood.
True.
Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
I mean, that name does sound like a different kind of film industry to me.
How did Ubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and a watertight alibi.
Why would an eminent public figure like Ubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Actually, this isn't a cutscene. When I said cutscene, this isn't. Let's ask about Lobineau.
Do you know a guy called André Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
Well, I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you.
And here comes Lobineau.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
Don't scowl, George.
I wouldn't normally call you. But Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Ubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her. And he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble.
Sure.
Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Ubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
Yeah.
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nico told me to guard it with my life.
Oh, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Lovely. About your own death, though.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
You never been to his house? I thought you guys were pals.
Fellow academics, Georgie. It's not quite the same thing.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank. The Gliese Gallery.
Worm.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
Yep. It wouldn't be wrong, though.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
Yeah.
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break. But I kept that thought to myself.
I would love to see George do that. Beat him up. Go on. He deserves it. Punch him in his smug face. I shouldn't be so violent about Andre, but George just makes you think the worst of him. And the letter and the knickers. Yeah.
Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Bye, Andre. Georgie. He doesn't like being called Georgie.
I've had enough of your games, Collard. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
Ate it.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Kazakh. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle.
Why not? Thanks.
We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
I doubt it. Right. So, absinthe, you say, might come in handy. Let's talk about our girlfriend. Give him a sob story.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
I am surprised they went to Ubier's on the day that he returned to Paris. Yoink!
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
And he's not even going to notice, you know. Let's go.
Now I had another lead.
We
I
do.
could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Let's go to the Glee's gallery.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
You sure you should be in there, George? So talk to these girls.
Hi, girls. What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
I mean, they're not English.
Okay, fine.
And they probably they probably find you attractive, George. So they have a giggle about it. So this must be Glee's.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
You're English?
These days one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
No, they don't. I prefer to think of myself as British or English. Certainly not European. Pot.
I'd like your opinion on this pot.
Interesting. Would sir be interested in selling the article?
It's not mine.
That depends. How much would you
George,
give me for it?
it's not
300?
yours.
Possible 325.
I'll think about it.
George.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
So that's the standard answer when it's something that they can't talk about. About this guy.
Who's that guy over there?
That's Mr. Lane, sir, the critic. I'm hoping he'll give the gallery a favourable write-up. One has to be so patient with these critics. Lure them in with the correct bait, watch for a bite, then play them like a fish.
Well, he's certainly drinking like one.
And Lane turns up in Broken Sword 5. Which was a bit of a surprise. Right. Let's talk to Lane.
You're Lane, the critic, aren't you?
Correct. Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy? Doing what?
Appreciating the art, or depreciating it. I have a reputation to uphold.
I could tell this guy was going to be hard work.
I don't know, could be good art. Wouldn't know.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
Okay. Shall we spice it up a bit for you?
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Honestly, it doesn't matter.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Okay, let's top you up then.
Allow me.
Oh dear. Please looks happy. Alright, so you're doing that. Have a quick look over here. I don't want to touch the packing case. Do I?
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
Okay, where's the label? There. Paris to
Underneath
Mars.
the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
There's something that I haven't looked at. Must be in.
It was the newspaper
here.
clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille.
Marseille.
I don't think so.
No?
It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
Yeah, but Mars, Marseille. Oh, how do I do this again?
It was Ubier's bank statement.
I'll talk to Glees. Maybe we go back to Ubier's. I think I've got everything I need.
Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me. I hope to God Ubier has plenty more of these pots at the docks. If not, I'm ruined.
It was beginning to make sense.
The docks.
Ubier had organized Nico's abduction. Ubier withdrew money from Marseille. Ubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
I wonder how far it is. A few hours, quite far then. Alright, we're at the docks in Marseille.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
So I think that's a good place to leave it, because we have run about time. Yeah, it's got a little bit further than the first time I recorded it, because I had trouble getting Andre to show up at the cafe, but you don't need to know that. So, I hope you're going to enjoy this as much as the first Broken Sword, the Reforged. This obviously is only remastered and not reforged. So the graphics are... I don't know, like I say, I can't remember when this was made, the remaster. It's probably at least 10 years ago. So it'll be like 2010's graphics. Not sure. But anyway, we will be back and get through this docks part in the next one and hopefully rescue Nico. But we'll have to see how long it takes. These episodes are going to be around the half an hour mark, like Broken Sword were. And we'll be back on Wednesdays. So, yes, I should be able to keep to the schedule I did with Broken Sword, which, you know, was wonderful to be able to do. So, thanks for watching and come back for the next part of Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror.